Alright, hey guys. So, I asked you guys about what kind of, video length you prefer, and it seems like most of you guys prefer shorter videos over longer videos. So I'm gonna keep track of the video length this time and try and keep it relatively short. I'm gonna actually do an experiment today where, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut around in the games and only show the key moments. So for now, I'm gonna show you understanding his deck, and then I'll show you whatever play it happens to be that makes me win. So I've seen Lumberjack, Fire Spirit, and Pump. Fireballing a Pump is a fine play, by the way, because he's got because the Pump will get him Elixir. By fireballing it, it still gets a +1 trade, but I'm basically saying he gets 1 Elixir, in return I get damage. So I have to survive 1 Elixir down, but if I do survive, then I get that damage for free. Kind of for free. So yeah, probably cut out here and then show you when something important happens for the overall flow of the game. That was a rather important moment right there, what happened. So what I did was, he pumped, but I remembered that last time he pumped, I tried to punish him for the pump by fireballing, but that clearly didn't work out all that well. So I decided this time that I was going to try, instead of fireballing the pump, I was just going to spam the river with the Boss Bandit, and it worked out much better that time. So it appears that it's better instead of, but I do definitely have to fireball this. You can't allow them to have 2 pumps on the map at once, that's really bad for you. You notice I'm still spamming my Boss Bandit ability off cooldown. He doesn't know I have my Inferno Tower yet, so I can kind of surprise him with this. He's putting 5 Elixir into the blender there, basically. I'm gonna snipe this pump. That was a terribly placed pump. I don't know what he was doing with that. Oh dang, I took a lot of damage there. I don't exactly know what I did wrong. Actually, I have no idea what I did wrong. I need to get an Inferno Tower down more often for his giant skellies, I'm realizing, because he's nothing good for my Inferno Towers. I mean, he can E-barbs into it, but of course, he's E-barbsing into an Inferno Tower. Game over. Okay, so, the reason why I ended up winning that game was because, he didn't have anything good for my Inferno Tower. So what I did was I was careful to make sure that I was always using my Inferno Tower on defense. The first couple defenses, I was avoiding using my Inferno Tower, because it's generally better to use something that can counter push, but the Inferno Tower was getting so much defensive value that I decided to continuously use it. Okay, so that last game, what I did was as I said, I was going to experiment with trying to cut around a couple minutes of gameplay to try and see if that's entertaining at all, just cutting to specifically the important points of the game. Comment down below if you like that style, but for now I'm just going to go back to, for the rest of this video, I'm going to go back to playing and talking continually. I'm going to log this. It's clear that my Boss Bandit's going to lose the interaction. The least I can do is try and get, not lose too hard. I'm starting like this, that'll pull the Boss Bandit and also stop a Firecracker hit on my tower. I'm hoping that it'll activate King Tower, but it did not even the slightest. But I did defend flawlessly, so it's fine. Anyway, so a 20-minute video is probably well no, because I'm normally playing 7-minute games. That ends up being a 30-minute video, so I should probably play 5 games this video. It's already been 1, but I'm going to edit that down, so I'll play 5 games this video. So this is number 2. I do like the concept, though, of splitting up the game into all of its major sections. So the first is understanding their deck. The second is, after I understand the deck, then it's just surviving single time. And after I survive single time, then it comes to figuring out double time. And then after double time comes getting the win. I do have to log this Mega Knight just so it doesn't jump on my tower. My Boss Bandit kind of wrecked the Mega Knight there because it's Boss Bandit, but I did have to end up logging that because I didn't get I didn't get an extra ability off. It doesn't push off? That sucks. He's probably going to get a good defensive something off here because there's so much stuff stacked on top of each other. Or it'll miss and I'll get damage. Neat. I'm going to preemptively set an Inferno Tower here because I just feel like he wants to protect it. And even if he doesn't protect it, the Inferno Tower is just going to sit on the map and be annoying. I'm literally just going to fireball his tower here because if he wants to punish me, he has to play into an Inferno Tower. You see now he's setting up a push into my Inferno Tower, so that mini P.E.K.K.A he just played was a free 4 elixir, so that's why I got away with fireballing his tower there. He's probably going to Mega Knight this, so I'm going to set up the whole thing here. Whole kitchen sink, the phrase that I always use. Ready with the ability again. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to fireball this. My boss man is definitely going to lose. I had to scar me immediately so that doesn't dash on my tower, but I did get most of my damage back after that unfortunate early interaction there. So, well, yeah. You can see why it's going well. It's pretty much just, I'm counting his cards, I know what he has to play, and since he doesn't have any direct damage cards, he has to be playing into my Inferno Tower. He doesn't have any big spell to get it off the map either, so every time I play my Inferno Tower, it's getting value, either by denial or by just killing. And finally, I'm up damage again. My Inferno Tower is almost dead, though, so I can't afford to just fireball recklessly. But I can afford to fireball a Witch, because that'll take it off the map. So that's overall a -1 trade, but of course it gets a Witch off the map, so I'm fine with spending 1 elixir to get all that damage. I'm not going to ability again here, because if I do ability again, she'll dash behind my tower and won't hit the Mega Knight in time. I will dash here, though, because, I mean, it's always good value. What? Okay. I was hoping that the boss bandit would retarget dash on one of my skeletons first, and then dash, and then get dashed on by my boss bandit, which would allow my boss bandit to win the interaction. But she didn't retarget in time, so it didn't end up working for me. I can't fireball this witch because I don't have log back in cycle yet. It's going to be a couple cards until I get that, so I'm just going to wait and then fireball the witch along with whatever support he plays. I'm expecting another card here. There it is. I'll get the dash out, dash in here. Wait for the Mega Knight to jump, and then scar me behind so that it protects my stuff. Fireball this Firecracker instantly. I'm fireballing pretty far away from everything else. It's not optimal, but it's definitely safe because I've missed a lot of Firecracker fireball spells on Firecrackers recently, so I want to be safe. And that's game over. He didn't play specifically badly, he just didn't have a good deck. I'm planning on making a specifics of how to make a good deck soon, like a video on that soon. But right now I've got some major schoolwork coming up, so I'm probably gonna put that off for a little bit. Oh yeah, we also unlocked 3 ghosts a while ago. You can get some pretty good stuff out of the those lucky drops. So it's really important to get at least the 3 wins every day. The 10 isn't strictly required, but the 3 wins is definitely useful. Alright, next game. So we've got Giant Skelly first play. I've got 2 counters on hand for his Giant Skelly, so I don't mind just Dark Goblining the river. You can afford to be down a couple of elixir in early game. Okay. It looks like he doesn't have any good things to counter my Inferno Tower, like, at all, and that Dark Goblin's gonna die because it gets in range of my tower before it, yeah, it gets in range of the tower, but is also distracted by the Inferno Tower. Whoa, this is scary because I don't have my tank in hand, but luckily I was able to cycle around to it. Okay. If I didn't have my tank in hand, I would have tried to go for like a makeshift Skarmy surround and then Dark Gob afterwards, and then that would have bought me enough time to get my boss bandit ready. It's always worth it to dash with the boss bandit. Just always, always. I mean, look at that. It 2-shot the Tesla there. And there goes two-thirds of his tower. It was too aggressive of him to go Mega Knight the river like that. Like, of course, who's going to go 7 elixir the river and expect to get away with it? You can never go 7 elixir the river unless it kills the counter push, or they have absolutely no elixir in hand. I think he might have actually been down one when he played that 7 elixir. Oh, that's a Skarmy. It's 6 for 6. Never mind, it's 6 for 9. So I'm just going to take the elixir lead and spend it on a fireball. Yep, that works out for me. So that's essentially a 1 elixir fireball because I was up 1 elixir. I was up 3 elixir before I did it. Now I'm down 1 elixir after doing it, but he was down enough anyway that I am still up. Did he give up? I think he gave up. No, he didn't give up. He was just down that much elixir. He's definitely going to Mega Knight with this, so I'm just going to protect this. I'm just going to take this Dark Gob off the map immediately so I can get a better protection off on my boss bandit. I'm not going to dash out here. I'm going to save my dash for offense. Of course, if the dash is so important, I should save it for when it's going to get good offensive value. And that'll dash on his tower. And that's game. Oh man, he even got a late Skarmy down. That's kind of sad. Well, Yeah, there's nothing he can really do. He doesn't even really have anything good for my Inferno Tower. He can snipe that Inferno Tower with a Dark Goblin, but I can scar me now because I've taken one of his towers. It looks like he gave up, so I'm just going to go for the kill now. Yep. Alright, so that was a pretty easy game. He was just way too aggressive, and he didn't have the levels to back up his over-aggression. If you want to play bad, you better have good levels, so, yeah. That's why all the people are paid to win, because they can be bad and win, but against me, it's going to be a little tougher. We're at 9:40, I actually don't know how long this video has been. I'm going to play one more game, and then I'll check how many games it's been. I don't like the starting hand because I don't have my building in cycle or my big spell. You usually want to have at least one of them in cycle. Plus I don't have a tank in hand, so I've got a lot of things missing from the starting hand that I would like to ordinarily have. I'm going to Dark out the back. This is a little bit risky, but I'm hoping that he's going to protect his wizard with something. Yep, there it is. So since he protected his wizard with something, I can afford to commit with the boss bandit, and the boss bandit will have a good interaction. If he didn't commit with something, then I would kind of have to just let my Dark Gob die. I was unsure if I was going to have to log that. I'm going to play my Scrummy like this, so, yeah. I was expecting a zap, but clearly not expecting fast enough. He's really dashing off? Okay. Oh wait, actually, that's going to get a dash on my tower still, just because it's so strong. That's crazy. Okay. Well, I guess we're still in the thick of Boss Bandit Royale. It's insane, honestly. Maybe I should swap out Bats for Knight again. So, I'll probably swap out Bats for Knight at the end of this game, but for now, that's just a Fireball. I've got Fireball log in hand, so I don't mind Fireballing. I'm committing to logging this if he protects it, but even if he does protect it with like a Lumberjack or something, that's just a free Skarmy for me. Yep, there it is. And then this is a neutral trade because the Skarmy gets a +1, the Fireball log was a -1, so it's even. He can Boss Bandit, but our Boss Bandits will cancel out this time, except it'll be probably on defense, so my Boss Bandit will win the interaction and take his tower. I'm going to Inferno Tower preemptively. He might have a Hog Rider, which would be painful, but I can Dark Gob to push the Hog to the side to connect to the Inferno Tower. I intentionally did not play my Boss Bandit here. Boss Bandit is a better counter to Valk than Inferno Tower, but I would rather save my Boss Bandit for his Boss Bandit when I know that I'm going to need it. I'm going to Fireball this again. Very nice. So I can log this too. So that was, I spent 9 for his 7, so it was a -2, but I still got the Fireball log on tower. I have to Boss Bandit this. I can't play anything else. By the way, you notice how he has E-Wiz plus Wizard. This is why I like playing my double big spell decks to counter mid-ladder players. Because the double big spell decks to counter their double ranger. Oh, I can't believe that actually survived. Oh, and that's foul. Okay, I'm gonna defensive barrel here, and then Dark Gob afterwards. That's a easy Fireball. This is a Skarmy. I'm just playing one-card counters now. I don't really have to think because he's not thinking either. When I have advantage and he's not thinking, I don't have to think. But when, okay, if you want. Oh, that was actually a very good zap. That zap stopped my Boss Bandit from dashing because it retargeted, and then while it was retargeting, it didn't dash on his Boss Bandit. So that zap got him a Boss Bandit dash on my Dan. It stopped my Boss Bandit from canceling out his Boss Bandit's dash. I'll check how many games that's been. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4 games. It's been 4 games. Okay, so yeah, I'll play one more game in this video. Alright, so one more player. We're gonna beat Elvis. That's neat. So we do have Inferno Tower in hand now, which makes me feel a lot safer having this starting hand. He's got level 12 E-Wiz, which is kind of surprising. Probably gonna log this just because I need to get that extra damage off from the E-Wiz for Bats to counter. I don't know if Bats will full counter since it's a high level. It's not that much higher than my Bats, but it's definitely higher than the tower. I'm just gonna Dark Gob the river here. I got no better play. I don't want to cycle my Boss Bandit too early because of course he might have a Boss Bandit of his own. I'm gonna see if he lets the Skarmy counter. If he doesn't, then I'll Boss Bandit. I'll Boss Bandit like this so it pulls the Knight on top of canceling out his Boss Bandit. I'll dash back and then God Barrel to protect my Boss Bandit. It really is worth playing 3 Elixir there just to get my Boss Bandit to stay alive. I still have to counter these with 2 Elixir, but it's fine. I'm gonna dash out here. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping that that would, I was hoping that that boss bandit would dash out before the mini P.E.K.K.A got a swing, and then it probably would have actually killed the mini P.E.K.K.A and gotten to tower there, but I was a bit slow on the ability. Jeez, his E was almost one-taps my Dark Gob. Alright, so, he has to do something with the Skarmy. He's got Ewiz, Zap, Knight, Boss Bandit, Mini P.E.K.K.A. That's 5 cards. His Boss Bandit died a lot sooner than mine, so he's got his Boss Bandit in cycle already. I'm going to choose to God Barrel on defense here instead of just Inferno Towering, because I want to make sure that I'm up as much Elixir as humanly possible, or at least close to him as Elixir, as humanly possible, before he gets his Boss Bandit down. It's not an ideal play, but I'm going to Fireball this Executioner. It's not good value, but, I mean, what else am I going to play? Everything else I can play in hand would have just been worse value. If I cycle something into the Executioner, I'm just asking to have a bad trade. I was really hoping that that would, I was really hoping that those bats would get down in time to protect my Boss Bandit, but it looks like she's mostly dead. He's probably gonna Mini P.E.K.K.A? Yeah, that's good. The Mini P.E.K.K.A dies because Boss Bandit OP. I'll Skarmy to the side here, just in case he wants to Prediction Zap. No Prediction Zap, okay. This guy strikes me as the kind of player that would go for one of those Prediction Zaps. Just once, but once is all you need. I'm hoping that our Boss Bandits will cancel out. Just barely. I have to just eat. I have to just let this die here. And I also have to Skarmy on this to push it off my tower, because you saw that it was splashing through the Boss Bandit to my tower there. I'm going to get ready with the ability as soon as it finishes those skellies. I'm going to dash out so I can get this dash on the Knight. I'm going to wait here and then Fireball everything. Like that. That's a very nice trade. That actually would have killed the Ewiz there if I had gotten a better interaction, but levels. I'm going to Inferno Tower this just because I know that he has Zap in hand, and I cannot allow him to Zap that. He did Zap, but he didn't get a good Zap off. I should have played my Skarmy down here so it would walk towards my Skarmy a little bit, so that even if he had full Zap my Skarmy, it wouldn't have dashed to my tower. That's a mistake that I made, but he made a mistake too, so it balanced out. We're actually mostly even this entire game. We've been just stalemated. He gets a negative trade on offense because I defend well, but then he also gets a negative. Wait, he gets a negative trade. He gets a negative trade and then he gets a positive trade. He plays bad, then his levels bail him, then he plays bad, and his levels bails him. You know. Okay, that's actually very good. He had to use his Zap on defense there, and I got damage for it. So now I get a free defense on top of also getting damage on tower. I'm not going to Fireball that. I really wanted to Fireball that, but I know that it's just such a bad play. I'm going to Barrel here. He's going to E-Wiz it. I'm not a fan of him E-Wizzing it, but I just had to put up with the level interactions and get over it. That was a perfectly timed log so that the Mini P.E.K.K.A wouldn't get a hit on my Boss Bandit. I'm going to dash out here so that my Boss Bandit can have a better interaction against his Boss Bandit, because I knew that I was going to protect with the Skarmy. And now I'm going to pre-Fireball because I know that he's going to place units on my God Barrel. That was just a prediction. That wasn't like me knowing that he had to. I'm gonna Skarmy like this to pull the Boss Bandit to the side. I'm gonna pre-Boss Bandit just in case he zaps, because I know he has Zap in hand. And then I'm going to God Barrel this because he doesn't have Zap in hand anymore. I'm gonna Fireball this because he has to play a unit on it since he doesn't have Zap in hand. And that's pretty much game over. I mean, he's down half his tower. There's only 10 seconds left. I'm gonna dash out here and then get that dash on the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A is practically dead. I can Skarmy, barrel to the side, so even if he pre-zaps, it's not gonna work. Yep, okay. He's playing way too predictably. I know what his hand looks like, and I know what the arena looks like, so of course I know what he wants to play at any given time. So yeah, pretty good games so far. It does feel like a short video, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the slightly shorter video. It's probably going to be just one video per day for the next couple days while I'm working on these long-term projects, so yeah, see you guys.